There's a Jew that lives in the Dnepropetrovsk in Ukraine that passed away. 2 days ago, and he passed away 2 days ago, and he has a best friend which came tonight to say Kaddish for him, and he's buried there in Ukraine. His name is Elia, the son of Leon, which is Leib. Elia, the son of Leon, Leib. So we're going to do one Dvar Torah in memory of him, and then Be'ezrat Hashem we'll say Kaddish Rabbanan. But since we have a special guest, Shmuel, from the Holy Land, and Shmuel always loved the Parsha, so I was impelled to say something on the Parsha in honor of Shmuel. So today we learned that Hashem asked Moshe to talk to the stone, and instead of talking to the stone, he hit the stone. Now people don't realize that this same story happened 40 years before, when the Jews had no water in the desert, and the Torah says that Hashem told Moshe, Hinini omer b'fonecha al hatzur b'chorev, v'hikisa batzur v'yostzur mimenu mayim. Well, this is 40 years before. Hashem tells Moshe, take your stick and hit the rock, and water will come out. 40 years later, he says, take your stick and talk to the stone, Selah. So the first question is, why first it was a tzur, and now it's called a selah? Number two, Hashem tells Moshe, take your stick, but don't hit it, speak to it. So it's almost like he's tricking him into it. Take the stick, but don't use it. If you don't want him to use the stick, leave the stick home, or if you take your stick. 40 years ago, you told me to take the stick and use it. Now you want me to take the stick and not to use it. Then 40 years ago, you call it a tzur, and now you call it a selah. So one of the interesting answers is, the word selah is spelled with 3 letters. Samach, Lamed, Mem, Ayin. When you take these 3 letters of Samach, Lamed, and Ayin, each one of these 3 letters are spelled with 3 letters. When you want to spell the word Samach, how do you spell Samach? Samach, Samach, Mem, Chav. When you want to spell the word Lamed, it's Lamed, Mem, Daled. And if you want to spell the word Ayin, it's Ayin, Yud, Nun. So what Hashem is telling Moshe is, I want you to speak El HaSelah, which is, when you look at a Jew from the surface, he looks like a rough stone. Go a little deeper in, and you'll see that he's just full of water. Why? What's the second letter of Samach? Mem. The second letter of Ayin, Yud. And the second letter of Lamed is Mem. Mem, Yud, Mem is Mayim. If you go a little deeper in, you'll find it's full of water. On the surface, he looks like a selah. But if you talk to him with passion and with love, you'll reveal that it's full of water. He's a beautiful person. He makes himself that he's a tough guy. That's on the surface. This is the Jew 40 now, but Jews 40 years ago, they were through and through tough. And there you have to hit. Over there talking is not going to work. You know, some people, since they have good in them, talking is enough. Some people, they're shallow.